Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion. KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson Navigation, serving Guam and Micronesia for 20 years. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
The deadline for the governor to take action on Bill 326 is tomorrow, and Crystal Paco has the very latest with the controversy. Also, good news from the hospital as Ken Quintanilla reports funds for GMH's labor and delivery ward have been approved. Andy Sabaza was at day 6 of the hearings regarding the contract to renovate all of Guam's public schools. Half a day, everybody, and good evening. I'm Jason Salas, and these are tonight's top stories. And tomorrow is the deadline for Governor Eddie Calvo to take action on the highly controversial legislation in Bill 326. It seeks to lift the civil statute of limitations for child sex abuse cases. Advocates say the bill gives justice to survivors of abuse, while critics worry about the potentially crippling consequences the bill could have not only on Guam's Catholic Church, but Catholic schools and other church services. Crystal Paco has tonight's top story.
Joe Santos is the founder of the Silent No More movement, a petition that prompted senators to introduce Bill 326.
The mission then was to get the legislature to pass a bill that would lift the statute of limitations on civil actions against abusers of child sex abuse.
While the petition was circulated, survivors surfaced, including Roland Sandia, who alleges he was 15 years old when he was molested by Archbishop Anthony Apron, who was a priest at the time. In a press conference today, Sandia makes one last cry to Governor Eddie Calvo to sign the bill into law.
Governor Calvo, please sign Bill 326. The Archdiocese of Agana must take total responsibility for the actions of Anthony Apron and the other perpetrators. This is not about money or destroying the church. It is about the church taking responsibility.
While Bill 326 was started by a petition, it ironically could end with another petition. On Wednesday, the Archdiocese of Agana submitted a petition containing 4,500 signatures, asking Calvo to veto the bill. On the line, a bankrupt archdiocese and the potential closure of Catholic schools and other Catholic services to the community. Guam's Apostolic Administrator Archbishop Savio Han Tai-Fai returned to Guam early Thursday morning. He too made one last cry to Calvo to veto Bill 326.
We do need to give justice. And second, of course, if somebody did something wrong, let him be or let her be punished, but not other innocent people who may be involved in getting the service from the Archdiocese.
But more debate continues, although attorneys Bob Klitsky and former Attorney General Doug Moylan agree survivors deserve justice. They don't agree on how best to proceed. Earlier this week, Moylan spoke out, urging the governor and senators to seek a legal opinion from the Supreme Court. Klitsky says that the governor can only request concerning his power, and senators can only request concerning its operations, but they can't ask a general question about the constitutionality of a law affecting private parties.
There cannot be a declaratory judgment on a bill, okay? There could be a declaratory judgment if the governor asks for it, or if the legislature asks for it, dealing with their own powers and authority. But those kinds of declaratory judgments at the Supreme Court are not available to private parties.
The Catholic Church has been here and is even older than the government of Guam itself. So to say that this isn't a matter of great public importance, Guam being one of the few jurisdictions in the entire United States where most of our population is Catholic, we're going to be affected by this. Your Sunday masses, at the minimum, reflect the fact that there's resources spent on paying the clergy, Catholic schools for that matter, our busing system. The Catholic schools, they take away the burden upon the government of Guam taxpayer, as you can see.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Well, a prayer vigil is being held downtown for victims of child sexual abuse. Crystal is there and joins us now from Adelup.
Hello, today I'm Crystal Paco reporting from just outside the governor's office where a prayer vigil is ongoing. I'm here with Dee Pareto from the Lady Forward movement. Can you tell me more about what's happening?
We're just here to please plead with the governor to sign the bill for sexual abuse. I have grandchildren. I would really want this bill to be passed. Governor, you have grandchildren. Everybody out there that's got grandchildren. Now is the time to make this move and do the right thing for the future of our children and our grandchildren.
I understand we've been out here nightly.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't been in the past 2 days. I had gotten my grandchildren to be with me to keep me company. So I've been pretty busy. But since tonight is the ultimate, the last night that we're doing this, and that hopefully the governor would sign the bill tomorrow. So I'm out here and then protesting and all the other stuff that that I believe should happen because it's just for the better of the future of our children and our religion.
Can we see if the governor is here right now? Do you know if he's here right now?
I think he's off island is what I heard. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that he's there. They're mentioning in the group here that he's off island. So I don't know what time, if he's arriving tonight or whatever. I don't know.
So hopefully he can see that you guys are holding nightly prayer vigils, and hopefully hears your answers and your prayers.
And he has walked past our protests at the cathedral, and he had waved at us, and it sounded like he was just for us and what we're standing for. So yeah, I'm hopeful and I'm prayerful that he would do this.
Thanks so much, Dee. And this is the last night for the prayer vigils being held again outside of the governor's office. He has until the end of the day tomorrow, to sign Bill 326. Again, that law proposes, or that legislation proposes, lifting the civil statute of limitations, and the church is fearful that could result in bankruptcy and ultimately the closure of Catholic schools and other church services. Back to you.
Now, one of the most outspoken critics of Archbishop Anthony Apparon and the neo-catechumenal way spoke before the Rotary Club. Tim Rohr laid out his view of the complex controversy now gripping the local church. Nestor Lecanto explains in our next story.
Tim Rohr has chronicled the twists and turns of the apparent civil war between the traditionalists and the so-called neo-cats in a blog called Jungle Watch. Central to the dispute is the now replaced Archbishop Anthony Apparon, who Rohr blames for multiple transgressions, from handing over control of the Redemptorist Mater Seminary to the Way, to the removal of rival priests for an eventual neo-friendly successor. But in Rohr's view, it is the lifting of the veil on a decades-old sexual abuse scandal that is transforming the ripples of dissent into angry waves. He says for too long, the church hierarchy has taken advantage of local Catholics who have been reluctant to speak out. As an example, he told the story of a woman now in her 60s that was raped by a priest when she was a teenager, but ended up getting scolded when she told her mother.
She said, "I told you not to go there alone." The mother knew that this was what the priest does. That's why she warned her not to go there. We have a lot of that stuff going on.
Rohr says the alleged rapist is still a pastor on Guam, but times are changing. In recent months, several former altar boys have come forward about being abused by Apparon and other clergy. There are also weekly protests in front of the Cathedral Basilica demanding Apparon be ousted. More signs, Rohr believes, that the Catholic faithful are no longer afraid to rise up and hold church leaders accountable.
And it's working. Look how much has come out. It's the only thing that can happen is for the lay people to do what they're supposed to. Okay, because they can't do anything without our dollars. You cut off the money stream, they start to scream.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Other headlines now. Brian Jake Helfin is behind bars accused of a stabbing along Nevermind Road up in Dedito Wednesday night. The victim sustained stab wounds to his back and abdomen, and as we reported on Facebook last night, according to GPD, the victim and the suspect were at a friend's house when an argument ensued and turned violent. The suspect fled the scene but turned himself into police. The victim remains in critical condition at the Guam Memorial Hospital in Tamuning. Elsewhere, the 60-year-old woman accused of stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from the St. Francis Catholic Church in Jotnia will spend 4 years behind bars. Berenice Toves entered a plea agreement with the government for over a dozen counts of forgery and theft. She worked as the church's finance officer and previously reported that the church gave her their blessing to misappropriate church funds, but the Jotnia priest countered her statements. KUAM news files also show Tovis was suspected of faking cancer in order to get out of jail. Her next court appearance is set for October the 3rd. In other island news headlines, it's considered long overdue, but it now appears that the much-needed renovations to the labor and delivery ward over at the Guam Memorial Hospital may finally be arriving soon. Ken Quintanilla has more.
It's been on the table for over 2 years.
I feel great. I think it's long overdue. I mean, I think thousands of mothers, we deliver about 2,500 mothers a year at Guam Memorial Hospital. And it's long overdue.
And today, longtime advocate and OBGYN Dr. Thomas Shea is celebrating the arrival of a different bundle of joy. Today, the governor's office announced they've been informed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture that the funds for the Guam Memorial Hospital's Labor and Delivery Ward project have been approved. It was several months ago that Governor Eddie Calvo signed Bill 289 into law, authorizing $9.2 million to finance the renovation.
It's going to be state-of-the-art labor and delivery like nothing you've ever really seen. In fact, I would say that it's probably going to be one of the best labor and deliveries, not just on Guam, but in the Pacific area. And it's really a showcase. And a state-of-the-art, we have state-of-the-art beds, we have state-of-the-art lighting, and it's patient-centered. That means that the mom comes in, they're going to be centered, and we're going to come to the mom rather than the mom going from room to room to room.
This new maternity ward includes large, comfortable, modern rooms where women and their families wait for birth, delivery, and then care for their newborns without ever separating during those critical first minutes and hours. Dr. Shea says this project will be completed in 3 phases.
And delivery is going to be 6 months, and then nursery 6 months, and then OB ward 6 months. But you're going to have a brand new nursery, a brand new NICU. It's something that pediatricians can really be proud of. And at Guam Memorial Hospital, we're the best.
SKIDA Administrator Jay Rojas says they received the commitment letter from USDA today. They now have to work on the conditions within 90 days to get the funds released. He says these conditions are merely document submissions, most of which at first glance they have available. Dr. Shea, meanwhile, says they anticipate the first phase to be completed by May or June of 2017.
I am ecstatic that finally USDA has believed that the mothers and the baby deserve something good. And I think I want to thank all the mothers, all the patients that have delivered for being really patient. I know that they wished it was done yesterday or last year or the year before. But let's move forward and let's get this done. And then for many generations to come, this is going to be great for Guam Memorial Hospital. It's going to be great for the people of Guam.
Shea thanks GMH Governor Eddie Calvo, Speaker Judy Wampat, and the senators in the Guam legislature who supported this much-needed project. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
It's time for a quick break, but stay tuned. Primetime continues after these.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
When we face an uncertain path, when we struggle with life's challenges, and when the unexpected happens,
it's a beautiful day.
We rely on the people we trust,
It's a beautiful,
who we can always count on,
beautiful day.
and the ones who give us the most care throughout the years. Rely on Calvo's Select Care to give you the comfort and security you need
It's a beautiful day.
wherever you are. Gov Guam employees, retirees, and survivors, enroll today.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
No problem. Check our new Galaxy S7 Edge.
Our network is faster and more reliable with increased reach throughout the islands, Guam, and the Sea to Rise.
What do you think?
It's lit.
Hafaday Guam, I'm Tsunami McKenna. I'm Janessa Quick of the disaster team. Let's talk about earthquakes and tsunamis. So what is a tsunami? It's a series of traveling waves. Tsunamis are caused most
plus 30 flyaways to Manila on Philippine Airlines. Just present mall receipts to enter and win the 2017 Kia Soul, the 2017 Mazda 3 Sport, the 2017 Kia Forte, and instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Shop and win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Right Away Flyaway game.
In the market for a new or used car, Triple J says yes. Triple J Auto Group has the largest selection of brands on Guam. See for yourself at our newly enhanced website, triplejguam.com. We make it easy. First-time buyers welcome. Zero down. Trade-ins welcome. Get pre-approved instantly. Triple J says yes. Even get an instant trade-in offer all online. It's simple, safe, and secure. Plus, you can get a real-time view of the car of your dreams all at the touch of a finger. Why leave home when we can bring our dealerships to you? Triple J says yes at triplejguam.com. Triple J, customers first.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Welcome back, everybody. The hearing on the $100 million contract for the renovation of almost all Guam schools continued today at the Office of Public Accountability. Isa Baza has more.
It's one of the largest government procurement efforts in recent years. On the sixth day of hearings, representatives from the Guam Economic Development Authority took the stand. First, GITA Chairman E.J. Calvo, questioned by Cortec attorney Leslie Travis, who asked why Calvo had communications with former GITA Administrator John Rios about the RFP.
I think that's the whole premise of my communications, was really just not only trying to understand GITA's role as their chairman, but also just trying to learn about what it is we're trying to assist with. And at the time, really just trying to make sure that we're doing our job.
Calvo has been on the board for roughly 1 decade, and as a chairman of GITA, said it's not unusual to inquire about the agency's involvement in major projects. However, in this case, because information was limited only to the working group, there was no further communication on the subject. Assistant Attorney General Tom Keeler.
In the top email, you state, I'd just like to be kept in the loop on anything GITA is doing to assist major projects. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it fair to say that a $100 million procurement is a major project?
It is a major project.
Thank you. No further questions.
Also taking the stand today was GITA Deputy Administrator Mana Silva Tyhuran. She confirmed that confidential information was never shared outside the working group. She also said that despite changes in cost and parameters discussed during negotiations with the highest offerer, the negotiating team was constantly advised by the Attorney General's office.
Did you think that it was fair to the other offerers that you went in later and accepted a proposal that included deviations from the original parameters?
I didn't believe it was huge deviations, and of course we were still under the counsel of the Attorney General, so if it was something that was not acceptable, it would have been brought to our attention.
The hearing continues Friday morning. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Also tonight, the Guam Department of Education is stuck with a $300,000 price tag for funding the bill for costs incurred during the Festival of Pacific Arts. Acting Superintendent Joe Sanchez says while DOE was initially told it would be reimbursed for costs associated with FestPac, the agency was recently told money is not available to cover utilities. Yet, funding was made available for facilities, maintenance, and personnel needs. Senator Narissa Underwood said leaving DOE with the bill is unacceptable. with Sanchez adding he's still in communications with the committee to look at alternative options. Well, the mother that voiced her concerns over gangs and school violence on social media last week did meet with Deputy Superintendent Chris Anderson and school administrations Monday to discuss bullying at her child's school. She also went before the members of the Guam Education Board to share her concerns. Here is Lenisa Blanc.
It's kind of a ritual that we do as soon as they get. I don't even. So far, they say that they're hearing what I'm saying, that they know it to be true, and that they're going to work on it. And I really hope they do. I'm not the only parent. I could print out, a stack of things that people have emailed me and personally messaged me about their kids going through the same thing. So they just said they're working on it. And I hope they do quickly because I don't want to wait another year. I don't want to wait for my son to be another Jeremy Newby.
She also made recommendations to the board, including looking into alternative methods of discipline, such as parent shadowing, community service, and prioritizing the opportunity room instead of suspension. Well, staying with Island Education, DOE Deputy Superintendent Erica Cruz has stepped down and is requesting reemployment as a middle school principal. She served as Deputy Superintendent of Educational Support and Community Learning for 4 years. Joe Sanchez said Cruz is an invaluable part of his team, but he understands her decision to assert her reemployment rights. He said it would be unfair to ask someone to sacrifice these rights, especially when serving in an unclassified position, with Cruz's last day being Tuesday. Well, don't wait and please check the date. You want to replace smoke alarms every decade, as that is the theme for October, which is Fire Prevention Month. The proclamation signing was held earlier today, with this year's theme reminding residents of the importance of installing, maintaining, and replacing smoke alarms in places where we live and work. Stay tuned. We are back right after this.
This is what we do on Guam's best network. We're the filter killers, likers and shares, the bingers and Netflix chillers, tweeters and hashtaggers. GTA has improved their 4G LTE network, covering 95% of the island, delivering faster data speeds, strength and quality, and more reliability than ever. It's just what you need. So switch to GTA and step up to a better network, a strong network that lets you do what you do. GTA, better LTE than ever.
There's a reason why you keep going. When it's your own hard work that brought you to this point. You do everything to protect what you've earned. Because every move that brings you closer to your goals leaves you no excuse but to keep moving forward. This is what makes you an alpha.
At Project Carinu, we work with young children from birth through 5 years of age to improve their social and emotional well-being. We're part of Guam's system of care, and partnering with other programs, your child is our focus.
Project Carinu helped us address our son's social issues. With the different services provided by Project Carinu, our son can express himself more clearly.
If you're at risk of becoming homeless, and if you're a vet, please don't be anxious because West Care is here to help. My family and I are living proof of what West Care can do for you. Believe me, I'm so grateful to West Care. We include West Care in our prayers.
Call Veteran Advocate Hotline at 482-9001 or 488-9001.
This message has been brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
Trying to make sure we're getting ready. Excuse me. Hey, Flacco, what's in the bag?
McDonald's new Mighty Wings.
Those look good. I'll play you for them.
For what, my wings?
First one to miss has to watch the other one eat.
Let's go. Left upright.
I'm one knee off the scoreboard through the uprights. Oh, man. Not again.
Cap, you trying to get my wings?
Nah, I'm right here.
What's that noise?
I thought you said they got a Buick. I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So, where are you? Using the built-in Wi-Fi in Tina's new Buick.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
It doesn't look like a Buick.
No kidding. Okay, who wants smoothies?
That's not your grandpa.
Get 20% below MSRP on select Encore models in stock. That's nearly $5,600 below MSRP on this Encore. Visit AutoSpot Buick today.
Off today, Guam. Chris Barnett with sports on this Thursday. Hey, one day closer to Friday. Coming up on the show, little football, plus the Guam national women's rugby team looking to bounce back. But first, let's kick it off here. Great news. A lot of Guam Scholar athletes getting scholarships to play college level sports. And we're going to tell you about a great opportunity coming up later on this year for student athlete football players. Here we go. Local youth football players looking to take it to the next level and level up, contest their skills in a college football style scouting combine come December. Some Guam football players have been making noise on the collegiate level, raising the interest of coaches across the ocean. And with a little nudging from local Guam High Panther head football coach Jacob Dowdell, scholar athletes will have a chance to strut their stuff for a Division III coach. Bob Harmon, associate head coach of the North Park University Vikings, slated to head to the island later this year, according to Dowdell. Jujuan King, a former Guam High standout quarterback under Dowdell, now plays for Harmon at North Park. And after seeing firsthand King's skill set, Harmon knows there's more where that came from. And that's exactly what Dowdell is telling him.
The talent is here on Guam, all over the island. There are a lot of kids who are very talented.
With the emergence of a few Guam-based athletes excelling on the collegiate level, Zach Banner, King, Tyler Okayama, and LJ Uggan, other hot prospects from our neck of the jungle blipping on scouts and coaches' radars, Guam could be part of ground zero for the next football scholarship lottery.
But right now, Guam and all of the Pacific are hot because of football. You got Marcus Mariota, then you got the #1 recruit out of Hawaii, and you got a lot of guys from Hawaii who are doing well.
The combine will be held at Guam High and will be open to the public and students from all schools. Dowdell says more info about how and what interested players should prepare for will be forthcoming. But until then, he advises players to keep those grades up and stay in ready formation.
So you get a chance to come in there, run your 40, run your shuttles and things like that. So for all those island athletes who have that desire to showcase their talents, prepare yourself.
After a disappointing 7th place finish in the opening round of the Asia Women's Sevens in Hong Kong, Guam Heineken Women's Sevens rugby team going back to the drawing board. The team this time around focusing on decision-making, breaking down, and ball retention during camp. The team leaving island this morning to Incheon, Korea, where they will face China, Thailand, and South Korea, a last-minute replacement for Sri Lanka in this tournament. A pool play held Saturday with playoff matches set for Sunday. The team anchored down by the Taguata sisters, Sarah, Kayla, and Kimmy, along with Letitia Blas. The Guam team manager, Stephen Grantham, saying, players in our expanded training squad have shown huge improvement, and our results in earlier development tournaments prove that we're able to compete at this higher level. That being said, it's a big step up from local rugby, and some of our newer players struggle with the pace and skill levels of the best teams in Asia, Grantham said. Well, we definitely wish the ladies luck, and we'll keep you informed here on KUAM Sports. All right, NFL on CBS, KUAM TV 11, Friday, September 23rd. The Texans at the Patriots. It's a battle of the undefeateds. A kickoff scheduled for 10:20 in the morning right here on the stations at KUAM. Hey, you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. My name's Chris Barnett, and you keep on shining, Guam. Adios!
The Nissan Summer Fun event is on. Get into a new Nissan Frontier King Cab starting at $112 per pay period with a no worries car care plan. Your new Nissan comes with a free 3 years protection plan and free paint sealant. Enjoy discounts up to $10,000 when you choose from the award-winning lineup of Nissan trucks, including the Frontier King Cab and Armada. Score super low easy financing and save even more during the Summer Fun event at Nissan Upper Tumon. Frontier King Cab starting at $112 per pay period. Find out more at NissanGuam.com.
Tourism. It's our #1 industry. As Guam's largest employer, tourism supports 20,000 jobs. In fact, 1 out of every 3 jobs is tourism related. Annually, tourism generates over $150 million in tax revenue. Without it, every household would pay an additional $3,100 per year. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
Join us at the 2nd annual E-Coast 5K and Family Fair, Saturday, September 24th at our Mighty Member Center. Showtime 5:30, go time 6 a.m. The first 360 finishers receive a Coast 360 thermal flask, and the first 1,000 finishers receive a Dry Fit D, and great prizes for the top division runners. Right after the race, our family E-Coast Fair is packed with food, kid activities, and great raffles where you can win $1,000 in cash, 2 round-trip tickets to the Philippines, and more. Plus, learn more about ways you and your family can help create a greener Guam. Register today at Hornet Sporting Goods, Goodies, iFit Guam, or any Coast 360 location. Visit Coast360FCU.com for details. Special thanks to our sponsors, Docomo Pacific, Calaboo's Insurance, AM Insurance, Title Guarantee, J&G Distributors, DeWitt Guam, Foremost Empowering, Pepsi Bottling Company, Midpack, Security Title, Ambrose, Payless Supermarkets, and all our generous sponsors. The 2nd annual E-Coast 5K and Family Fair at Coast 360. Together we thrive.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $11.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $11.99 each, only at Pizza Hut.
It's time to make a bunch of Guamanians smile by recognizing them as the newest members of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Here we go. Here are tonight's birthday babies, and we start off by saying happy birthday to Alice Cruz. This is coming from Christopher Atta and children Bernice, Corey, Rachel Cruz Cabales, Keenan, Brandon, and Delilah. Dion J. Cruz has happy birthday number 10, so lots of love from your mom and your family. Janisa Marie Timanglow, happy 9th birthday to you, little princess, loving you always. Mom, Dad, Justice, and Gina. Also, happy birthday to Morgan Gafford. This is coming from the Houseman Gafford family. Happy birthday to you. Also, happy birthday tonight to Noah Bobbin, who is celebrating birthday number 2, so we hope your entire family has a wonderful day. Malachi Mendiola has birthday number 1, so Malachi's nickname is Kai Kai, so hope you had a fantastic day with your family. And birthday wishes going out to Christopher Cowart tonight, so happy birthday to you, sir. Happy 45th birthday going out to this dapper young gentleman, Ray Charfris, who celebrates birthday number 45, and Ray, good friend of our program over here. Love your family. Also, happy 45th birthday to Ralph Charfris. This is coming from your birthday. Obviously, they are twin brothers. Very, very cool. They're friends of ours as well. Ava Rose Duenas has birthday number 7, and this is coming from your family with love, as well as Colleen Diego coming from your family. Also, birthday wishes going out to Bernard Beneventi. The family of Bernard wanted to send their very best wishes. All right, lots of birthdays tonight, and there is nothing wrong with that, my friends. Go to KUAM.com and register, and stay tuned because there is more coming up after this.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Hafade Guam, welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Jonagan Charfris. Thanks so much for tuning in.
A great show lined up for you this evening. Coming up, I-94's Andy Wheeler shares with us another recipe, this time using Johnsonville Sweet Italian sausage grillers. A little bit later in KUAM Connections, we get a sneak peek of the return of one of my favorite shows, Chicago Med, and a new series called Timeless. I will close out the show tonight with music from Dry Martini when they performed on I-94 Live Local Fridays. But first, if you've had a long day at work and you're feeling stressed, the place to go is the Happy Healing Hour over at Sagan Couture Chamorro's Guma Ampti. Here's more. Tucked away in Tumon is Couture and Sagan Chamorro, and there you will find Guma Ampti, a fairly new center for local healers. Along with the Hadza Foundation, their mission is to enhance the well-being of our people by perpetuating and promoting the indigenous healing practices of our traditional healers. Apprentice and healer, Moniaka Dior.
Community, and we really focus on holistic wellness and health and traditional healing for our community. We recognize that there is a huge problem with lifestyle diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and obesity on our island and throughout the Pacific as well. And we think that returning to a more traditional lifestyle, a more traditional diet, and enhancing will help to enhance our community's health. And so making shifts in our lifestyle can really create a more healthy community.
For Dioro, her involvement derived from a lineage of healers.
I actually became involved in Hadza about 4 years ago when we organized the first Conferencia Alma, where we brought healers from across the Marianas here to Guam to discuss the ways that we need to perpetuate the healing traditions. And I've been studying in the Micronesian Studies program and focusing my master's thesis on this work and formalizing an apprenticeship program.
Anya Mendiola, who is a volunteer and apprentice, says that she got involved with Guma Ampti and the Hadza Foundation because of her major at the University of Guam.
My major was exercise science and health promotion, and there's so many job opportunities out there for this position or for the education that I have. But I believe if I'm going to spread health and wellness, I want to do it the traditional way, especially when I mention all these different kinds of plants and all these different kinds of medicines. And for my dad to come back to me and say, your grandma used to tell me about those plants. Your grandma used to use that during, when we get cuts. And, your grandma used to take you to get umpty. Like, wow, that even made it more of a passion for me to want to come back here, because now that she's gone, it's like kind of me still having her around by learning the things that she used to use.
An event they're excited about is the Happy Healing Hour, which takes place on Thursday, September 29th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Sagan Couture Chamorro.
Right now, shifting with our new event to incorporate more holistic healing methods that aren't just Chamorro, but also more Western and more have different influences but that all promote healing.
Events that will bring people to Guma Zoamti for more than just the healing that we give.
Unlike your typical happy hour, in which we gather with friends or coworkers after work to de-stress and unwind, this happy hour doesn't involve alcohol and focuses on you, allowing you that much-needed me time to relieve and rejuvenate. This first Happy Healing Hour will offer yet effective ways of breathing.
How to breathe, how to control our breathing, how to manage stress and anger through the practices of different types of breathing, slow breathing. People don't realize, or we're not fully aware of our breath all the time because we're just too busy trying to go from here to there. So something that can give you peace, a peace of mind, a relaxation is even just something so simple as breathing the right way and giving yourself time to breathe.
Along with that, those who stop by can enjoy omelet teas, healthy chessa, massages, jewelry making, journaling, music, and more, all with stress relieving and you in mind.
What we're going to do is we're going to give everyone a space to write and to reflect. The healing hour, lots of people go to happy hour, right? And de-stress from the stresses of life and work by using liquor and using alcohol. But we want to have a social gathering where you will be drinking, but you'll be drinking things that are really good for your body and things that will increase your vitality. With the journaling, we just have the idea to use our plants to make art and also to impress upon them that medicine is all around us. We hope that it gains in popularity and we'll see what works and what doesn't work and it's limited seating. We only have about 25 slots, so if they are interested, they should get a hold of us right away. We do hope to make it more of a monthly event, maybe a bi-weekly event where people can come and really have a relaxing and rejuvenating experience that's unlike anywhere else.
Gumatun Amti and the Hadza Foundation can be found at the Sagan Kuturan Chamorro in Tumon. They're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and on Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon.
Come out here, and even just the view alone can take you away from stress that you may be going through. It just kind of reminds you about what's out there for us. And when you come in here, it's not just the place, it's not just what we do, but it's even the energy of the people that are here. Because the thing that I've learned here the most is the gift of giving, and how it's to give because you care about people and not because you want something from them. The gift of giving and the gift back is being healed in itself, and when you have something to offer the community, offer it. And if people put a price on it, okay, but sometimes we can offer our help just for the exchange of happiness, or the exchange of knowing that you've helped someone along the way, you've helped someone grow, or you've helped someone who really needed you when you needed it the most.
For more information about the foundation and upcoming events, or even if you have a question about plants and healing, you can call or text 747-AMTI or 727-2700. Make sure to like their page on Facebook at facebook.com/OmeletLife. You can also email hadzafoundation671@gmail.com. Happy healing.
Here at the Gumotzo MT, we treat clients, mostly nannies and babies that have coughs and congestion, which is pretty much the stronghold of Amut Chamorro. We also do things like massage, and we offer other services for healing, spiritual consultations, and we offer plants, and we have food plants to sell, because we also believe that food is medicine, and we need to be returning to the foods that are cultivated here, because we rely so heavily on imports. We have different workshops we're starting different workshops every month where people can engage in the plants and engage in the medicine, and make it or learn more about it. So yeah, it's just returning to the land and returning and helping to save the plants that save us.
Stick around, because when we return, I-94's Andy Wheeler channels his inner Mario Batali with a new recipe using Johnsonville sweet Italian sausage grillers when In the Mix returns.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adahi Itanu program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sidus Maasi Matson.
Come celebrate with Ulitau, Guam's proud seafaring tradition, at I Fiestan Sadan Tasi, the Festival of the Canoes, October 1st and 2nd at the Valley of the Ladi Talafofo River. Canoe carvers, artists, farmers, and local craftsmen will join us from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Matson Navigation, the Guam Visitors Bureau, Heineken, Kloppenberg Enterprises, GTA, Uno, the Guamanian Magazine, and the stations of KUAM are proud sponsors of this event. Tickets are available at Shell stations in Tamuning, Dededo, Varagata Tri-Intersection, and Chalampago. For info, visit valleyoftheladi.com or call 789-3342.
How come you're not training for the Guam Koku Road Race, man?
It's not even fair, bro. I'll just win that.
Boom! Got him.
The Heineken Laugh Factory brings you Rex Navarrete live in Guam.
I saw a Filipino downtown Oregon, so I reached out to him. You know, he's in a Filipino telepathy, right? I just went, right?
The premier Filipino-American comedian performed alongside George Lopez, D.L. Hewley, and Paul Mooney returns to Guam on October 7th and 8th at the Sheraton Laguna Guam Resort at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. each night. General admission tickets, $25, available at all 76 Circle K and online at tpiguam.com. Get your VIP tickets, $40, available at Guam Auto Spot and also online at tpiguam.com. Rex Navarrete, live in Guam. Presented by Heineken. Please enjoy responsibly. Brought to you by these fine sponsors. With special thanks to... This is a Tropical production.
Coffee Day and welcome back. This week, it's I-94's Andy Wheeler putting on the chef's hat, this time making a delicious recipe using Johnsonville Sweet Italian Sausage Grillers. Check it out.
All right, here in the world-renowned chef Bobby Flay's kitchen, and we're going to cook up a little something for you guys with Johnsonville. Now, well, the beauty of Johnsonville is, you know, you're hectic, school's back in, you've got work, you get home, you want something quick, you want it easy. Well, Johnsonville, there's so many different things you can do with it. They have the bratwurst, they have the Italian sausages, they have the chorizo. But today, what we're going to do is a classic. You cannot go wrong with spaghetti. So we're going to make spaghetti, and we all know that store-bought spaghetti sauces are... they're kind of boring. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of kick that up a notch. It's real easy, simple. You can make it at the house, make it for the whole family. And today we will be using Johnsonville Sweet Italian Grillers. Now, these are the patties. Of course, they make them in bratwurst and spicy Italian. We're going to use the sweet Italian. It gives it that good little sweet, savory, no matter what you add to your spaghetti sauce. So I say we just jump right into it and get cooking. Noodles, go in. And remember, always salt your pasta when you're cooking it, okay? A little bit in there, just remember. All right, noodles are done. We're gonna pop these guys off, strain them. Look at that deliciousness. All right, now time to break out the Johnsonville Grillers. I'm using the Italian sweet because, you know, if you're making a savory sauce, maybe garlic, maybe it's got a lot of oregano, a lot of Parmesan in it. You want a little bit of sweet in there too to kind of balance it. You know, it's all about the flavor profiles and whatnot. I just Googled that. So we're going to use these, and they're patties, so you can break them down, and we're going to add these to our sauce just to kick it up a little bit. These things, you can just throw them on the grill as is. You know, they make these in cheddar cheese and bacon, and I made some the other night at my house, and for real, when I'm cooking it, you smell the bacon. It smells so good, and it tastes amazing. So we're gonna get these and break them down a little bit. You know, you can chop them up as fine as you want or as big pieces as you want. I'm gonna brown these pretty good. And because the patties are so thin, and so when you cut it up, there's not, you know, huge thickness you have to worry about cooking all the way through. So it's gonna brown up pretty nicely. Now remember, Johnsonville does make a spicy Italian patty and sausage, so you can use those. And the beauty of these Johnsonville Grillers, now that it's football season, say you're having a little early morning barbecue, getting the boys together, and you wanna make some chow, you can get the grillers. They're patties, they're pre-made. There's a bunch of different flavors. They have the cheddar cheese and bacon. They have the steakhouse. They have the sweet Italian. They have the bratwurst. They got a bunch of different flavors. Throw them on the grill because they're not thick and huge. They're done pretty quick. Throw them on a bun, whatever you want to put on them. It's easy for whatever little tailgate party you're having. This is cooking up a very nice. All right, gonna add a little sauce to the pool here. Boom. Now you can throw, if you're using 4 patties, you can use 2 jars of the sauce, depending how big the family is, or depending how much that teenage kids of yours eat. I know they eat a lot, trust me, I was one at one point. So experiment a little bit. You want it super meaty like we're making right now, that's how I like mine. Go with, you know, 1 package of the grillers, 1 jar of sauce, or you can go 2. you know, just mess around with it. And like I said, it just really adds a whole lot of flavor to the store-bought stuff, which is usually, at least for me, pretty boring. You ready to eat? I know I am. Okay, boom, done. Time to plate, ladies and gentlemen, or bowl in this case. I'm one of those dudes that I like to sauce it up. Just want a little bit of noodles poking out there like, hee hee, I'm here, hee hee. It's mostly about the sauce. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that super quick, super easy, and you can do so much with it. You can use some of the different flavors, the hot Italian, the bratwurst, you can use the cheddar cheese and bacon. I'm using the sweet Italian Johnsonville grillers. They come in patty form, break them down, throw them in your spaghetti sauce, and you get a fantastic meal that's easy, done in a jiff, and of course, it feeds the whole family. Johnsonville, I'm telling you, stock up. Mm-hmm. Now go away. Get out of my kitchen.
Now for all the recipes, make sure to head on over to youtube.com/KUM News. Coming up, KUM Connections.
At IT&E, we know how important it is to stay connected, especially for students and their families. That's why IT&E is proud to give students more with the Motion Student Plan. It's just $30 a month for unlimited talk and text and 3 gigs of 4G LTE data. Bring your own device and get an additional 2 gigs and up to 3 months free. Students can do more with IT&E's 4G LTE network. Unlimited talk and text plus up to 5 gigs of 4G LTE data a month for just $30. Now that's life in motion.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $11.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $11.99 each, only at Pizza Hut.
Half a day, my name is Sarah Thomas Netadog. I'm the Regional Vice President for West Care Pacific Islands, and we have a program with the Veterans Administration to provide supportive services to veterans and families who may need assistance in accessing services to help pay for rent, to pay utilities, or to connect with educational programs.
Call Veteran Advocate Hotline at 482-9001 or 488-9001.
This message has been brought to you by the KUAM Care Force.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
And we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in. And this week's installment of KUM Connections, we get a sneak peek at a new show coming to NBC TV8 and a return of one of my favorites, Chicago Med. Here's more. It's the return of Chicago Med, an emotional thrill ride through the day-to-day chaos of the city's newest state-of-the-art trauma center and into the lives of the courageous doctors, nurses, and staff who hold it all together. Dr. Will Halstead has to deal with the challenges of becoming the ER's newest attending chief, among them supervising Dr. Natalie Manning, emergency pediatrics resident, and longtime object of his affection. Rising star Dr. Connor Rhodes steps out of his comfort zone as he transitions into the cutthroat world of cardiothoracic surgery. Colin Donnell plays Dr. Rhodes.
So over the course of the season, Dr. Rhodes was mentored by Dr. Downey, who is a brilliant cardiothoracic surgeon. And sadly, at the end of season 1, he passed away and left Connor in a place where he was deciding his next step within the medical field. And he promised to go into a fellowship in cardiothoracic surgery. And that's where we find him in season 2.
Joining the team this season will be ex-Chicago Fire stalwart Jeff Clark, a face from Natalie's past, now working side by side with her as a fourth-year med student.
Having made the transition from firefighter to going through medical school and showing up as a fourth-year medical student, I'm very eager. I want to do it. I have a history with emergency and with trauma, and I want to throw myself into it. And I think that with that eagerness, there's come some overstepping. And I think, other than the personals aside between myself and Dr. Halstead, I think that he has to remind me of my place as a medical student. You know, eagerness, some people bite off more than they can chew.
Together, they will confront Chicago's most critical medical cases and challenging ethical dilemmas with courage, compassion, and state-of-the-art treatment. Inspired by ripped from the headline cases, Chicago Med will weave cutting-edge medicine with the personal drama that comes with working in such a high-intensity environment. Through it all, familiar faces from Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Justice will intertwine with Chicago's finest medical heroes.
I think I speak for all of our cast when I say that we have such a tremendous respect for everyone who serves in the medical community. Not just doctors and nurses, but everybody who staffs a hospital and who decides to spend their lives in service of others. I mean, what's amazing about these Chicago series, it's putting a highlight on the men and women who have really dedicated their lives to something greater than just themselves.
And from Eric Kripke, Sean Ryan, and the producers of The Blacklist comes the thrilling action adventure Timeless, in which a mysterious criminal steals a secret state-of-the-art time machine intent on destroying America as we know it by changing the past.
And apparently about to travel through time, so have you been drinking?
Didn't know I was going to be working tonight, man.
Might want to hold on.
Our only hope is an unexpected team. Rufus, played by Malcolm Barrett, who's a scientist, Wyatt, played by Matt Lanter, a soldier, and Lucy, played by Abigail Spencer, a history professor, all of whom must use the machine's prototype to travel back in time to critical events. While they must make every effort not to affect the past themselves, they must also stay one step ahead of Flynn, a dangerous fugitive. But can this hand-picked team uncover the mystery behind it all and end his destruction before it's too late? The season premiere of Chicago Med is tomorrow at 8 p.m., and the series premiere of Timeless is Tuesday, October 4th at 9 p.m., immediately after The Voice, only on NBC TV8. Don't go anywhere, because when we return, music from Dry Martini. You're watching In the Mix.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
The kickoff the savings event at Cars Plus in Muncie, going on now through September. Save thousands on a brand new Hyundai. Experience the award-winning Hyundai lineup with the best warranty on Guam. 10 years or 100,000 miles. The 2017 Hyundai Elantra starting at just $16,995. That's right, a 2017. Or how about the Hyundai Accent starting at just $11,995? Unbeatable. SUV lovers, the Hyundai Tucson is starting at just $21,995. The perfect vehicle for those tailgate parties. Visit CarsPlusGuam.com for easy shopping and quick financing. Kick off the savings going on now at Cars Plus, driven by you.
The Heineken Laugh Factory brings you Rex Navarrete live in Guam.
When Manny Pacquiao decides to freestyle English, I just went back and forth, puk Mexican, side to side, puk the Mexican.
The premier Filipino-American comedian performed alongside George Lopez, D.L. Hewley, and Paul Mooney returns to Guam on October 7th and 8th at the Sheraton Laguna Guam Resort at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. each night. General admission tickets, $25, available at all 76 Circle K and online at tpiguam.com. Get your VIP tickets, $40, available at Guam Auto Spot and also online at tpiguam.com. Rex Navarrete, live in Guam. Presented by Heineken. Please enjoy responsibly. Brought to you by these fine sponsors. With special thanks to... This is a Tropical production.
Well, that's our program. Thank you so much for watching. Now remember, if there's something you'd like to see featured on the show, you can email me at joan@kuam.com. Find me on Facebook by typing in KUAM in the mix. You can also follow me on Instagram and Snapchat at Joan Charfris. Until then, have a great evening and be safe. And before we get to the Live Local Fridays with Dry Martini, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my husband, Ray, who celebrates his 45th birthday today. Happy birthday, honey. And as promised, we close out the show tonight with music from Dry Martini when they performed on I-94's Live Local Friday last week. Enjoy and good night.
Check out Boomer on social media. Martin, also Vince. Check them out, man, and book these guys for sure. Dry Martini right here on Guam's favorite.
So this is my mission. Oh yeah. So many times in life I've been let down, surrounding myself with everything and anything that's let down. Not no more. Nowadays I'm wiser. When the smoke is, I know we're standing left when the chips are down. Who only wants what's best for you. So now you know who truly cares. Not just for you, but the best for everyone. Who truly cares like that anymore. Oh, who truly cares to sacrifice it lasts for you. Nobody cares like that no more. Oh. Eyes are open and now I see that everyone's far from thinking like me. Something of value is taken away, but that's the time they change their minds. Stay back too late, cause I'm tired of seeing humanity taken for granted by the selfish and the selfless. Pollution of the soul is so unkind. So this is my mission. To find the people who truly cares, not just for you, but the best for everyone. Who truly cares like that anymore. Oh, who truly cares to sacrifice their lives for you. Nobody cares like that no more. Oh. but the best for everyone. Who truly cares like that anymore? Whoa, who truly cares? To sacrifice the last for you. Nobody cares like that no more. Whoa.
Closed captioning